I know this video ain't gonna have music to it. Sorry if I'm a little gassed up. I kinda got sick, but I feel a little bit better now after getting some sleep and much needed rest. Alright, I can now finally explain, because I've watched some of it. Here's what I know from this knowledge. Our main character, who is this player, so to speak, enter this game world, meeting Rico. She has a twin sister right here, named Eco. Throughout this time, we start to see old enemies talk about Mr. Via, saying like, oh, you're such a hypocrite, why are you saying all this stuff? Well, I will explain why they called him a hypocrite. In the end of Mega Man X DiVE, because I couldn't reach it, and because at this point I was just so done with the game, and I'm sorry for rage quitting. And from that special event you saw that I randomly did and had no idea of, he's the final villain. Yeah. This fucker, right here. He's the bad guy. Why? Who knows? But all he knew, and from what I've gathered, is that his role was to become the robot hunter-destroy program. And from traveling through all the stages, including the hard difficulty ones, throughout with Eco and Rico and how they changed over time, he knew the player, us, were suitable enough to take him down. So, with all the level grinding in the game, everything that you could possibly fucking do after collecting so many fucking characters and literally hauling your ass through a bunch of tough stages, you beat Mr. Via. Doing so takes him out, but it also has some dire consequences, where the others would probably go with him. But because of anime logic and whatever else, they were all able to come back and keep doing all this stuff over and over again. And you've seen from the events that I've done in the LP, it is quite there in sight with Eco and Via when they're talking to each other about him being killed by the player. It's why in some of the collabs, Mr. Via acts suspicious. Why he talks in a certain tone. Why he looks like he's going to say something but doesn't. That is because he was the hunter program and we had to kill him. You know, for a game that was literally resold off for $30 and literally one of the worst gotchas I've ever seen, this is definitely a tragic story for the poor guy. I mean, he was once a dull, dreary, life-living human who was literally given the purpose of a Mega Man boss. And all of a sudden this other guy comes in and, like Angie and Paletta, the other girls, they were basically like his companions while he waited. Basically, Via waited to die. He waited for someone strong enough to kill him. So essentially, he was waiting to die. Fuck, man. That is rough. That is so rough. Imagine making connections with these people and knowing you're going to die, not being able to outlive your days with these people, and your life taken away early because you're literally given the purpose of being the bad guy. That's fucking rough. That is rough, to say the least. I know, this video is way over fucking due. I apologize for taking so fucking long to do this. Just been focusing on other stuff. Y'all probably know by now that I've been posting new LPs every so often, but I have gone back to a few stuff. So, the few projects that I am working on currently is probably going to be another new project. Yugen Souls, Final Fantasy, Evo Creo, and Street Fighter 6. So, those are probably going to be, yeah, surprise, I beat Minecraft Dungeon. And it was surprisingly quick, so I'm just waiting until Joe is satisfied whatever the fuck he wants to do, the DLC, but that's up to him. But literally, the rest of the story is about a man who was given a purpose and waiting to die. Fuck, man. That is rough. Especially, from a guy who had to constantly deal with death and recently, almost a year ago, lost his mother. That is so rough. Why would he throw his life away? And the worst part, like Rico, Ego, all those girls, they'll never be able to see him again. He's gone. Just dead. All those memories, all those connections, gone. So yeah, that's basically the rest of the story. So we eventually fought all the girls. These three girls, they give us information slowly over time to tell us more details about Mr. Villa, and then it's revealed he's the bad guy, and then we have to defeat him, then we kill him, and then a $30 game with more characters that people probably don't give a shit about. So yeah, it's kind of basically the story with this game. If Capcom actually gave a shit about Mega Man again, just like they're trying to give a shit with Street Fighter, I am praying that we get some conclusions to some of the games. Because there are still a lot of questions with Mega Man. Like, what happened to Rock, the original one? We knew what happened to X. X's story concluded, and so did Zero. We knew what happened to those two. The only Mega Mans that people probably have no idea what happened to was Rock and Volna. They're the only two that people have no idea what happened after their series, and basically their conclusions are never finished. Like, we don't know if Rock dies and gets replaced. Like, there's no in-between between X and Mega Man. It's just boom, no in between. So, if we do get Mega Man Legends 3, I will be stoked. Volnut's story isn't over, and I would love to see that through. But I guess that does it for Mega Man X Dive. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go. Excuse me, oh my god. I gotta do a lot of videos. I gotta run through a lot of stuff while I'm still awake. And probably try not to puke or do anything stupid. Catch you guys later in the next video of whatever I do. Thank you guys so much for watching Mega Man X Dive. I tried my hardest with this game. But out of all the Mega Man games, at least I beat one. I mean, 3 if you count the Sega Genesis. At least I was able to beat a few. I can't beat them all, but if I can take a few victories, I guess that's what really matters in the end. If you guys want to try it out, go right ahead. If you guys don't want to, that's fine. But hopefully, Mega Man does get a second shot at in the next coming years. See you guys next time with more stuff. Bye.